Right here is a happy sight for me. These are my two Zpacks Custom Zeros in front of me, both in the hybrid Cuban fiber. The one on the left, the black one, has been my go-to pack for quite a while now. I got it in spring of 2012, and it has the most use out of any of my backpacks that I own. This one I got just last week. Now, why did I get another Zpacks Zero? Well, my go-to pack is this one, of course, but my wife lately has been expressing more and more of an interest in backpacking. And I have had this for a few years now. And while I really love this pack, and it's a very simple pack. I love that it's simplicity. But while using it, there was a few things that I wish I would have added on to it. But at the same time, I also like that it doesn't have that many options, because as you'll soon see, I'll go through everything on here. Those options add up a little more weight. So for getting down to like really low, super ultralight weights or very low weight ultralight trips, this one will still win out. I will still continue to use this pack on solo trips, but I'm guessing this will be my new go-to pack for most trips. Okay, so let's go through and check out the features. I will say this, okay, first of all, disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Zpacks or any other company or anything like that. This is just, my opinion on really great backpack, and also like Zpacks. I like their stuff. I've gotten quite a number of stuff from them, accessories and so forth, and it's been good quality. Now I will say this about the quality. This pack here is a very good quality. Very happy with it, as I keep saying. But I was actually surprised that the new pack, it is even like it's setting kind of like a new standard. I think like this. They really went out of the way with little details that I'll show you soon. But the craftsmanship, I didn't think it would get better, but it did, and I was surprised. Where to begin, really? Okay, I guess I'll begin with the other pack. In my blog posts that I will, add on the description below, kind of giving some details on this and all the other backpacks that I own, you can kind of get the list of options I went with, which is not very much. The side pockets, a custom hybrid Cuban pocket rather than a mesh pocket, and then just a very simple top strap. You can see how thin it is. Now you'll notice a big difference in the new pack, so we can start there. First of all, I'll start bottom up. I did not get base straps with this. With this one I got base straps, and I really like the base straps here. I like them even more than I have an Arc Blast, and that comes with like the string base straps. I like these even more. They won't pinch stuff as much, and they're easier to pull and release. Now the pockets, both again custom pockets, but I noticed this one is slightly bigger. You notice that in general the packs, they're both a small, but I guess the new small Zpacks is larger, because this one is clearly larger in volume. I'm going to have to see how much volume. I'll have to make an estimate. This one in total I estimate is around 33 liters. This one, we'll see. I'll put it up on the screen or whatever. But anyway, they added a much bigger custom pocket that you can see over here too, that this is like a flat zipper. Just zips back and forth. This actually loops around. It's like a curve to give it like some depth to the pocket. So this is a very big pocket, as you can see. I can stick my whole hand in easily. The other one, that was one thing that it was a little tricky at times to get bigger articles of gear out, but in this one I should have really no problem. And then inside, I didn't even ask for this. This is just a nice little addition. You can see here is a little loop here. If I want to hang my wallet or something I really don't want to lose, I can hang it there. So thanks for that. And on top, you'll see this is a thicker top strap, much thicker. This will be easier to hang stuff here. And then you notice here, I did not get side straps with this one. And there are times when I would like take a fishing pole or 10 poles that I wish I had had them. And you know what? It's not that much weight, so I went for it with this 2 side straps. You know, they're the same material as the base straps. I like them a lot. I like the placement. And I went with the roll top on both. I really like that feature. Now, let's flip them over and check out the other side. Now, you'll notice that the shape of the shoulder pads is much different. They've actually improved on the shoulder strap design. There's a curve to this one. As you can see, it really curves towards the body and really nice. It helps distribute the weight better, more comfortable. I was pleasantly surprised. This was probably the biggest surprise when I saw the shoulder pads. I was like, wow, that's really nice. Also they have a beefier strap on the top where it connects to the body of the pack. Here they're a little smaller, thinner. I mean, this still gets the job done great, but this one is just, you know, beefier, tougher. The daisy chain has got, I think, a few more. Yep, it's got some more connection points. Another nice little detail. I got a haul loop. The haul loop is of a tougher material. This is like the thinner type material. So it's like kind of overall, you can tell that somebody really put more thought into the design and everything, and just kind of, I love all these little, you know, extras. Speaking of little extras, I gotta go down here to the improved hip belt pocket. I decided to get one. You notice a trend in all my backpacks is I like to use one shoulder pocket and one hip belt pocket. Sometimes I use the chest pouch, but generally I like to keep it simple. And I find that having 2 hip belt pockets is overkill. I don't really need all that space for little stuff anyway. So anyway, here is the new hip belt pocket, and I was expecting this loose. Like when I got it, I thought they would just kind of add this with the rest of the order, but you will notice, if I get in close here, that they added little points here that they've sewn on to the webbing belt that actually can hold this in place to the webbing belt. So that was a really nice final little detail, because when you have a smaller volume pack like these, you don't really need, at least in my opinion, you don't really need the extra support of the hip, like a padded hip belt. You know, with weights, you know, these are going to be for between 2 and maybe 6, or 2 and 4, 5 kilos, something like that, of base weight, that is. So I find that I'm fine with having it on the shoulders. I mean, the webbing belt, then it does provide some extra support. You know, obviously not as much as a padded one, but I mean, mostly for me, it's, well, yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of extra, you know, weight distribution, but also to keep it from flopping around while climbing or scrambling, and to have, of course, hip belt pockets. And I also like to, I'll on occasion hang a knife from the hip belt. Alright, so that is kind of a first impressions of my new Zero pack. I'm really looking forward to getting it out there. I'm going to have a trip later on this month, and I will be bringing the old Zero, maybe just like as a last kind of, you know, big section hike with it, you know, for sentimental reasons or whatever. But yeah, my initial impressions are very, very good, very, very impressed, and it's nice to see that Zpacks is really, they're upping their already very good game on ultralight backpacks and gear. So thanks to Joe and Zpacks for his patience and all the emails I send him, and thanks for all the little extras on the pack, that some of which I didn't even ask for. Big thumbs up. Really looking forward to using this pack, and hope this was helpful or interesting to you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.